Servus from the Pain Cave, Manuel here. Welcome back to stage 6 of the FRR Tour France. Today's challenge is a time trial on the flat 31-kilometer route Bon Voyage with no hut. Once again, pacing becomes a true challenge. Let's take a look at the competition for today's time slot in the highest category. There's only two guys, the German Christian Grupp, currently 3rd in GC, and Markus Eriksson, currently 8th in the GC. Both are 20 kilograms heavier than me, so it will be hard to keep up with them in such a flat TT where raw power beats watts per kg. So let's go. And also today I screen recorded my companion app so you see a bit more data during the TT. And I can tell you my legs felt already super tired before I even jumped on the bike. So today really was a fight against myself and the pain in my legs. But let's see what I can do. To be honest, I had zero expectations because I felt really bad and I didn't know like if I will be able to push 4.4 or 4.7 watts per kg. But I just tried to go, and you can see I started pretty fast here, tried to get up here when it was a bit uphill, and get out of the saddle and take the momentum over these short punchy hills. And you can see here, this is the first dos dan sprint reverse, 760 meters long, 1.4 percent average gradient, and I did that in 1 minute 10 with 5 watts per kg and an average of 171 beats per minute heart rate. But you can already see heart rate is not going up that much anymore. Markus Eriksson is overtaking me here. You could probably see before Christian Grupp is already having a huge gap to us. And yeah, after all these days of racing, my heart rate is not going up to 180 anymore, as it seems. I feel not only my legs feel tired, my whole body feels tired, and I'm suffering really much to keep up with these strong guys. And you can also see I need to let Markus Eriksson go. No chance for me to keep up with him. I'm trying to push 370 watts here in this uphill section. And there is not a lot, like it's always like just a bit of an uphill. More like a false flat and not really uphill climb or hill. And there's also no downhill to really recover. So this was really tough. I was suffering from the first meter, you can say. Like it was really hard to keep up the watts. You can also see it on the top right that it's always like going up, going down. Like it was really hard to mentally keep up the watts. And I tried to stand up, tried to get out of the saddle to really push a bit harder from time to time, and then kind of reduce a bit in these short downhill sections, and try to recover there, and also get my heart rate down, because normally 174 is not a lot for me. Like this is something that's like an average heart rate for like an hour of a race, but here it was really my limit at this point. So second lap here, and again we do this sprint segment. Let's see if we will be faster or slower this time. I will have the comparison on the top left again, like in the Paris TT, and you can see just 1 watt slower than in the first lap. Same time, same watts per kg, and 6 beats per minute heart rate more. You can also see on the mini map that Markus Eriksson already got a gap to me. I always kind of tried to count the time, like when he was kind of taking a turn, approaching a bridge or something. I took the time to get a feel like if I'm losing time or if I'm making up time. Then I also had Zwift power on the display on my screen, and checked the gaps and also like the average power. And I could see at some point that Markus was losing a bit of power. Like he went down from like 387 watts average to 386, and I was always like at around 286, and later I could improve it to 287. So that kind of gave me a bit of motivation that I'm not fading, and I didn't gain any time, but I could really, after losing a lot in that first lap, I could hold my gap steady, and that was already a success for me. So we are 26 minutes in. I'm still trying to push around 280 watts, trying to get out of the saddle when there is like a bit of uphill section, and try to take more speed over these bumps, and just try to also like, it's really hard for me. Like I hate erg mode. This is the worst for me, and it's also really hard for me to keep like one exact watt for like the whole time. So I like some not really steady rhythm, but like some attacks in between. So that helps my style of riding. So third lap, we did it with 310 watts, so 2 watts more than the first attempt, 181 beats per minute, and the same time again. So it was pretty steady pace, I would say. I really tried to push, and I knew like time will be around 43 minutes in the end, and I knew like 10 minutes to go. I wanna raise the power, which I will try in a second. But I didn't know like how my body will react. So I'm trying everything. You see, I'm trying to get out of the saddle, trying to push. I was suffering so much more my legs than my heart rate, but it hurts so bad. And 40 minutes TD is it's just like these 10 minutes too long. Like that's even the length of like world champs TT of the pros. And yeah, that's just super tough. So we're 39 minutes in and we're taking the left turn in a second. This looks fun, looks like as if I'm not even paddling. All right, so now we take the turn to the left and we're approaching the finish line, just 2 kilometers to go. And I'm trying to push everything that is left in my body, trying to don't think about the pain in the legs and get there. 500 meters to go. We are approaching this village here, and this is the final few meters. I'm trying to push as hard as I can to keep the gap to Marcus as small as possible. I will lose around 20 seconds, I believe, trying to push one more time, and also trying to push a bit further because you have no hut, you don't know where's the finish line exactly. So I'm trying to push until I see something, and here we got the result screen. So I'm finishing in third position as kind of expected. 43 minutes 34, an average of 4.6 watts per kg. So really happy with that. Losing 1 minute to Christian Group. You can also see my effort. It was pretty steady. Like my heart rate went up in the final few minutes. Else I tried to keep the pace, and I think that was all I could do. And I mean, honestly, I felt really bad. So pushing 4.6 watts per kg average, this is absolutely fine. And I came really close to my 45 minutes PB, which is insane because I mean I stopped after 43 minutes 30. So if I would have continued, I would have definitely been able to do a new PB for 45 minutes. So I moved up 2 positions in the GC, and I'm 12 after stage 6. Absolutely happy with that. And the gaps are pretty small, so there's a lot possible, unfortunately, in both directions. So let's see what I can do in the final 2 stages on the weekend, which will be both more than 50 kilometers long. I hope I'll not face the top guys because they are up for a big fight and might create big gaps. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Zwift racing content. See you in the next one. Cheers and ride on.